Hi everyone, what's up? Joshua here from Alternative Brewing. And today we're going to be brewing coffee using this, the Melita ePour coffee maker. Now I've done a fair few coffee maker reviews to date, but none quite like the Melita ePour, which adds rotation to the pouring spout, along with a single stream or a double stream option. And Melita added this to ensure you get full saturation of the grounds in the basket, which helps with an even extraction each time. And the question that usually follows quickly after any one of these coffee maker videos is, can it easily make a half batch or less? And the good news is, absolutely it can. And it'll even know the batch size that you're brewing and pre-infuse correctly. But if you're not into letting the ePour brew your coffee on full auto, you can also switch it to a manual mode where you can then even save your brew profiles for pre-infusion, how long it holds, which way the brew head spins, and for how long, which is pretty gnarly. Now I'm going to be making a batch on this right now, but I will ask you, if you don't mind, to go ahead and smash that like button along with the subscribe and hitting the bell icon for notifications, and then that way you'll know when we post further videos, which we do each week. Now I don't know about you, but I'm thirsty for some coffee. Now the ePour uses a removable water tank that has a full capacity of 1 litre. Helpful and accurate markings on the side of the tank go up in 250ml increments. And yes, it will brew a cup of coffee around 200 to 250 mils, no issue. After filling the tank to your desired volume, go ahead and prepare your coffee beans. I'm using a standard brew ratio of 60 grams of coffee to 1 litre of water. Grind your beans to a medium coarse grind, and then with a size 4 paper filter, placed into the filter basket and then rinsed. I found the ones from Melita or even a standard Moccamaster filter works great. Add your grinds into the basket, then give it a little shake to settle the grounds, then slide the basket back onto the ePour. And then you're ready to begin brewing. Press the on button and you can toggle pre-infusion on and off at this point. But when you are ready to begin brewing, press that on button once more and then it'll begin blinking much slower to let you know it started the brew cycle. Now if you've chosen to go with pre-infusion, the ePour will add a small amount of water into that filter basket, allowing the grounds to bloom slowly, and it'll stop pouring momentarily to allow the water to fully saturate those grounds. Then after a certain amount of time, the ePour will start up again to finish off the brew. Now the spinning shower head has 2 modes. When it's spinning clockwise, it'll direct a single stream of water straight into the middle of the brew, filling that basket up and adding a slight amount of agitation to the brew. And when it's spinning anti-clockwise, the water is then dispersed in 2 streams closer to the outside of the basket. And this mode helps settle any grinds from clinging to the filter and also agitates the brew a little bit more for a better extraction. Both modes have the same flow rate of around 250 to 300 mils a minute, and for any pour over enthusiasts, that's a steady pour of around 5 grams a second. And the ePour will calculate all on its own which way that brew head spins, depending on how much water you've added in and how well that brew is going, but you can override this by pressing down on the control button. You activate the manual mode, and from here, each time you then touch the control button, the brew head will change directions. But if manually overriding the ePour each time seems to be too much work, you can also program the perfect profile and then save it into the system to use over and over again at the touch of a button. Left to finish pouring through, the ePour will turn that boiler off automatically, and it will brew through a full 1 litre batch in under 5 minutes and a single cup of coffee in around 2 minutes, which is about the same as if you were making a V60 manually. That filter basket has an auto stop drip feature built into it, so you can remove the glass carafe at any time without it leaking onto the hot plate. But if left there, the ePour will keep that brew hot for up to 40 minutes, and this hot plate can simply be turned off too by turning the machine off. So the pros to the Melita ePour are that with a 1 litre batch of coffee, this is a great size for the home or small office, as it keeps the coffee nice and fresh for 1 or more people. Now it also has a good temperature stability whilst heating the water, keeping it at a steady 92 to 96 degrees Celsius, which is an ideal temperature for brewing coffee. And the rotating head assures a good even extraction with balanced flavours. Now, the removable components, like the water tank and the brew basket, make it simple to clean and maintain, as well as this glass carafe being dishwasher safe. The cons It's only a 1 litre capacity, which is around 250 mils less than most other brewers in this style, which is not a real drawback, but it does translate to only 5 cups of coffee max, which is more like 3 or 4 if I'm drinking them. And I did find the touchpad, although a very nice aesthetic feature, sometimes was not as responsive to my pressing the buttons as I would like. But otherwise, the Melita ePour is a very pleasing coffee maker to use. That, with all the built-in features, does give you more opportunity to explore the process of coffee brewing, more than say just managing your dose and your grind. And then you still also have the benefits of automation. And that big tick on most people's lists here will be that it makes a great single cup of coffee. So cheers to that. Now, Melita have come a long way from their humble beginnings all the way back in 1908. So if you are a fan of Melita or these coffee makers in general, I recommend you read up on Melita Bentz, who essentially is the creator. Out of sheer desperation for a good cup of coffee, she created and popularized the first drip coffee makers. Now, if you have any questions on the Melita ePour, add them in the comments section down below and we'll get straight back to you. Thanks for watching to the end of this video, and we'll see you in the next one.